We are the last one. Today is a perfect short stream, I would say. I'm also gonna raid a friend of mine, since we have, you know, somebody who's fallen asleep, so that means there's at least a consistent look that my friend can get from that, which you probably will appreciate. Unless Nuke wakes up and is like, oh, what the fuck is this? But yeah, Indoor Salesman is our last one, and it's keto. We had 3 Euclids, at least 6 saves, and 1 keto now. Due to the nature of the anomaly, SCP-1879 cannot be contained by the Foundation at this time. Foundation agents are to monitor police reports within the state of Washington for signs of possible SCP-1879 infection. When an instance of -1 is found, MTF Row 4, aka Shoe Salesman, are to be dispatched to the location to deal with -1, at the minimum possible cost to those involved. All items obtained of these interactions are to be incinerated, if feasible, and dismantled if not. Civilians that come in contact with -2 are to be administered Class A amnestics after Foundation questioning. SCP-187. Let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, it should work. It should work. It should be fine. Never mind. Test already. Checking already over. Question: SCP-1879 is a phenomenon that affects houses in the state of Washington, USA. It has been noted to not only affect interior doors, which are hereby designated -1. These doors are visually unchanged. However, when a sapient organism comes within 2 meters of an -1 instance, repeated knocking emanates from the object. This continues indefinitely until a subject opens the door. At this point, a male humanoid entity, hereby designated as -2, will emerge from the -1 instance. Okay, let me just read that again. But it's coming with only affect interior doors. Okay. The entity is approximately 1.7 meters in height and appears to be of Caucasian descent and indeterminate age. After emerging from the door, -2 will attempt to sell a product to the subject. These products appear to be very widely in purpose and origin, as the entity has presented a variety of objects. Footnote says, objects obtained from -2 include an LP record of Abbey Road, signed by all four members of the Beatles, a leather belt, and a Glock 18 pistol. Well, at least you have variety. The entity will dramatically explain the purpose and appeal of the product to the subjects, often cornering them or suggesting they sit down before doing so. The explanations and tactics utilized are often not particularly persuasive, and the entity uses underhanded methods to sell its product. After fully explaining, the entity will then offer a price. The price rarely consists of currency and often is detrimental to the subject or the subject's health. The entity consistently refuses to elaborate or comment on the definition of its prices unless it decides to raise them, which it often does if the product is not accepted and paid for quickly. -2 is persistent in its efforts and refuses to leave the subject alone until the product is purchased. We love that, don't we? However, if it is sufficiently threatened or wounded, the entity will temporarily retreat back into -1, which will then revert back into a non-anomalous door. It will later return within the same house via a different door and confront the subject, attempting more aggressively or even threatening them to purchase their product, as well as increasing the price. Once the product is purchased, the entity will thank the subject and exit the area through an -1 instance. Interesting. So the door... when it says interior doors, what does that even mean? Like a door that's I assume a door that's just inside the house, not and doesn't lead out to the house. If that's the case, I'd be more concerned. Like, how the hell is there a person in my house trying to sell me something? Retrieval log 1879-RAW. The following log is a short list of items obtained from deals with -2, along with the described price and results. Well, the first one, object received nothing. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. Price statement results, okay. Object received, 1 red rose. Price statement, all I'm asking for is your heart. Subject was results, subject responded to the manifestation of his cardiovascular system. Oh, fuck, no. He lost his heart! Object received, the person probably thought it was meant more in a like romantic sense, like in a, you know, like a metaphor, and didn't expect his actual heart to get ripped out. Object received 220 bananas. Give me some sugar, sweetie. All candy goods within the house disappeared. Well, to be honest, that's kind of a good trade. Except that you were never able to eat 220 bananas in time before they all rot away. Object received 1 thermonuclear explosive. Object was retrieved by a Foundation agent and is currently housed at non-anomalous storage area 344. Good. I want your soul. Subject hesitantly complied after encouragement. No notable effects happened at the scene of the exchange. However, the subject later discovered 2 of her Aretha Franklin albums, Lady Soul and Almighty Fight. It'll be missing. Curse you, SCP-1879. Audio log 1879-ETA. The following log was taken during the initial attempts of Foundation agents to apprehend and discern the nature of -2. Agent Rogers was equipped with an audio recording device at the time of the event. This incident took place at Seattle, WA, the home of Shirley Yeats. Mrs. Yeats had previously called the police several times, urgently describing a salesman that wouldn't get out of her house and kept disappearing into random doors. So yeah, okay, good. Somebody actually was like, what the hell? How did you get in my house? Foundation agents intervened to investigate the possible anomaly. Upon arrival at the scene, agents noted a male humanoid entity, -2, that was carrying a juvenile border collie and holding it in front of Mrs. Yeats while speaking rapidly. Who the fuck is Rogers? Okay, I was just gonna give Rogers like, hey. Turn away from the Yeats to address Agent. Oh, Rogers is the agent, okay. Oh, good. Maybe you'll listen to sense. See, I got this dog, right? But I can't keep it. So I thought maybe Shirley liked this. I just popped over and offered to give it to her. Okay, maybe not give per se. A guy's still gotta get by, right? Anyway, I offered it and that's not what we. Hold on. Before we say anything, let me tell you about this fucking puppy. He's a purebred and the most playful little scamp you'll ever see, and he yells over his shoulder. Even if he's apparently not good enough for some people. If you don't listen, and he holds up the dog to the agent's Rogers' face. Just look at him. He's so sad. Look, he's potty trained and everything. I just don't want to see him sad. And I really can't have him anymore. Personal reasons, you know. Really, all I'm asking for you is some of your time. You barely even notice I'm around. Cross my heart. Raising his voice. Would you trust? Some of your time is all entity is forced to the ground by Foundation agents who proceed to gag the entity with a towel taken from the house kitchen. Roger's talking to fellow agents. Okay, fuck it. We're taking him back to the side to interrogate him. Agents attempt to escort -2 out of the house. However, upon exiting the front doorway, the entity demanifested. Agents were not able to locate it within the house in the following investigation of the house. -2 later reportedly manifested within the house after approximately 6 hours, and Foundation agents returned to the scene. Speaking to Miss Yeats, who was covering the corner at the time. Man, please, he just needs a home. I have to sell him. It doesn't cost any money. I promise. Just 12 years of your time. Talking to fellow agents, try to keep the thing in the room this time. Surely, just take the dog and I'll be gone. I swear on my life. Mrs. Yeats took the animal and immediately she disappeared. Wait. She disappeared. The subject was recovered 12 years later from the same location. The subject is physically unchanged and has no recollection of time during her absence. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. The entity then walked into the closet before agents could apprehend it. After passing through the doorway, -2 demanifested Class A amnestics were administered to Mrs. Yeats' family. What a menace! Can you imagine having to deal with that in your own house? Audio log 1879 Psi. The following log was taken during a successful Foundation interception of an -1 activation event. Rapid, inconsistent knocking sounds emanating from -1. Quietly talking. God damn it, hurry up. I have to meet the quota by tomorrow, or else I have to stay in this fucking world for the next century. Hey! I know you're in there. Spare the moment of your time. Quietly talking. Why does the boss even need this shit anyway? It's not like he has any use of them anymore. Visual scale is heard emanating from -1. Knocking ceases. Snaps. Scale stops. Size snaps. Scale stops. Okay, interesting. Yes, boss. I know that's not what you meant by soul. I just thought you got a kick out of. Yes, sir, I will. Yes, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Please don't hurt it. I will meet the quota this time, I swear. Yes, okay. Thank you. Goodbye, sir. Snaps, quietly talking. So he's like, hello, sir. And then, okay. I better get to move up to at least. I better get to move up at least accounting this time. Just get me out of this fucking place already. I paid my dues and then some. Knocking recommenced until Ancient Roger opened the door. Hello, Mrs. Oh, you. Hi. Hello. Now I'd like to ask you. Now see here, let's think logically. You know I'm going to tell you anything I know you're not likely to buy what I'm selling. Let's just move on to greener pastures. I'm going to up close to a deadline, and I'm sure you're swamped with making sure good people don't do their jobs, so I'll just be on my way and let you do that. Ciao. And he attempts to close the door. Agent Rogers holds the door open, grabs -2. That's not happening. Personal retrieves and detain -2 within the room. Now, are you going to talk to me? Look, I'm busy, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you something, no money out of pocket, and we'll call it even. Sound good? Within 1 to 3 seconds of his statement, approximately 2,000 coins of a solid ocean manifested within the pockets, epidermis, and digestive tract of all subjects at the scene, excluding -2. All Foundation personnel involved were confirmed to be deceased. -2 was reportedly encountered later that day on a house further down the same street, but had apparently manifested before Foundation agents could reach the scene. This is a bitch of a SCP to deal with. It's because, like, you can't really do anything. Like, the moment you accidentally agree with his terms, you might get screwed over. And then, like, it just manifests. Like, you can't even carry it to, like, the Foundation's headquarters. It just shows up in your house. Like, you would need to, like, find a way to get it show up in the Foundation, one of the headquarters of the Foundation. You have to make it somehow show up there instead. But the chance for that happening is so low because he now is aware of them. And even if he does show up in that house or office or anything like that, or a containment room, if he just walks through the door, or if there's any door-like thing there, he just disappears. And once again, even if you haven't contained, if you somehow agree because he's probably talking such a quick way, convoluted way, so if you accidentally agree to his terms, you might just die. You might just die, or just release him by accident. So yeah, I can see why this is key though, because it's just very, very hard to contain. Like, I would say impossible. Unless you get him contained in the Foundation, like containment not locker, but cell, and just don't talk to him ever. Like, you cannot ask him any questions, because the moment you ask him a question, he's going to ask you questions back, and if you answer his question, it's game over.